Great day, powerful people. This is Ro-Lunda Jackson, the Empowerment Advocate, coming to you with episode 14 of the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment. And our topic on today is going to be leverage. Leverage. Give me just one moment. Just want to let you know that this show is brought to you by Project Infinity 5000, which is where we are looking to build a network of 5,000 plus business partners across the U.S. with the mission of helping 250,000 plus families build generational wealth and legacies. So if that is something that you want more information about, don't hesitate to inbox me, text me at 210-672-7500, or comment on this feed, on this live feed here. Give me just one moment while I do a quick admin move here. And also, like my YouTube channel at Empowerment Advocate as well. And do like my page, my Facebook page, Empowerment Advocate as well. So there's a central theme across these networks or platforms, if you will, Empowerment Advocate. So I know I have on my live feed episode 13, but this is episode 14, and we're going to be talking about leverage. If you would be so kind, if you're peeking in on today, please leave where you're peeking in from, and just give us a hi and a hello. Be greatly appreciated. And share this feed as well. Share this live broadcast, if you will, to your friends and family, Facebook friends and family, if you will. And good morning. Thank you for peeking in. And we will. Hello, Isaac. Hey, Tina. Thank y'all for peeking in. Appreciate you. Thank you for peeking in. Now, if at any time anybody wants to hop on and give their and share with us, that would be absolutely wonderful. We're talking about leverage this morning. Leverage. And of course, the theme of the show is empowerment. So there is, thank you, dear heart, for the likes and the hearts. Appreciate that. At any time you want to jump on live with me, that'll be wonderful. And you can drop some nuggets along with us. Again, we're talking about leverage. So leverage. I'm just making sure I got all my admin stuff out the way. I want to be timely. And let's see here. So I'm going to jump right in. I wrote down some notes, and I don't leave too much to memory anymore these days. So, but it's wise to make notes so that you don't have to commit so much to memory. And you can just look at your notes. So with leverage, the way I understand it, and this is not a definite, this is not etched in stone. It may not even be Webster dictionaries definition. However, leverage is taking something of someone else's and using it for your benefit. Taking, not necessarily taking or stealing or anything like that, but utilizing something of someone else's to your benefit. So what do you mean, Ro-Lunda? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. Leverage. Let's talk about leveraging other people. Let's talk about, good morning, Kimberly. Let's talk about leveraging other people's time. When you are working with someone and they may have a skill or they may have connections or anything of that sort, and because you're connected with that person, then for all intents and purposes, you have access to their connections. You have access and utilization of their skill. They may have a skill or have the know-how to do something that you necessarily are not good at, or you don't have a lot of time to do yourself. And so you leverage that person. You leverage that person's time as well. So if that person, if that friend, excuse me, or if that business partner is working in the same department, if you will, or working in the same area that you are, or working in the same expertise that you're working on, and you don't have the time to put into it what you would want to put into it, then you can leverage that person's time that they are utilizing for that particular area to your benefit. Now, of course, I have two different sets of notes here, as I had a lot going through my mind as I was preparing. When you're leveraging someone else or someone else's time, someone else's education, someone else's money, someone else's relationship, someone else's skill, then it would be in order and it would be very ethical to give that person credit. Give that person credit, okay? So don't take it, steal it, or misuse it for your benefit, and not give them credit, okay? So always keep that in mind. I always have told my kids, I don't care what you do, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. Legal, moral, and ethical. You should be fine all the way across the board, okay? Now, the touchy area of leverage is other people's money. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are funny about their money. So, I laugh at that. They're funny about their money. So, if they're going to invest in you, if they're in any kind of way, I guess that will sum up everything when it comes to somebody else's money. If they're going to invest in you, then it would be in your best interest to be legal, moral, and ethical in your leveraging of their money. So more than likely, they will invest in you. They will, there's something that you need to come to the table with as well. So don't think people just gonna give you free money without expecting something in return. Hey Cortez, what's up, dude? We're talking about leverage this morning. So if you want to hop on and share, drop some nuggets, that'll be great. Just let me know, and I will be more than happy to bring you on. But right now we have talked about other people's time and just other people in general. And I have to say that this young man, Cortez, he is one that has been leveraged and has done some leveraging in order to move to the next level of his goals or aspirations and things like that. So that's not a bad thing. That's really not a bad thing. When you leverage other people and their time and their efforts, there is room for those people to make money, and there is room for you to make money. So just think about it. When you're on your job, for those of you, for instance, that have a job, your employer is leveraging your time, your talent, i.e. skills, your know-how, your education, and they're leveraging you. In return, they're paying you a salary, Okay, whether it be hourly or just a straight salary or whatever the case may be. But yes, your employer leverages an employer, let me put it like this, an employer leverages their employees. And so, and it just goes right on up the chain. So the owner of the company is leveraging other people's talents and skills and their education as well. Leverage can also put you on the correct side of capitalism. And what I mean when I say that is, let's take well-known business like Walmart or Best Buy or HEB, well, that's a grocery store, HEB here in my area, which is a grocery store. Walmart, let's go with Walmart. Walmart has leveraged the grocery industry, if you will. Because at first, if you remember, Walmart didn't have food other than snacks or prepackaged foods like candy and juices and chips and cookies and stuff like that. But not too long ago, they got into the grocery industry where they had fresh produce, they had fresh meats, and they had seafoods, and they had canned goods, and where you can literally just go to Walmart and go grocery shopping like you would at a HEB or Winn-Dixie or any other grocery chain that's out there. Super S, I know that was, we don't have Super S no more, long time, right? Anywho, so Walmart has leveraged the industry or the department of groceries. And so now you can go to Walmart and you can get just about anything that you need for your home. Your food, your clothes, your furniture for your house, things for your vehicle, just about anything. So, however, and on the other side of that, like the grocery chain in my area, HEB, they have leveraged the non-grocery side, where before you couldn't go to HEB and buy furniture. You couldn't go to HEB and buy things for your car, like oil and oil filters. You didn't go to HEB to buy jewelry. You can now do that with what they known as the HEB Plus, which is another way of saying super HEB, just like you have super Walmart. So both of those stores have leveraged the specialty that each one of them had solely at one point. And so leverage is very powerful. And so they are capitalizing on the leverage that they have been using for years now. So what's the difference when you leverage somebody else's time and their efforts, especially when it comes to business? Specifically, network marketing, or what some people know as multi-level marketing. That's the whole idea of that industry. The network marketing industry is leveraging other people, their time and their efforts, when at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation, depending on how many people you're leveraging and their time and their money and their efforts and things of that nature. So that can put you on the right side of capitalism as well, where you are offering a product and or a service to the public that they need or that they want, and you can generate income from that. And so when you show other people how to do that, you're leveraging them, their time, their efforts. And then at the end of the day, everybody gets paid. So leverage is very empowering, if you will, hence empowerment moment. Okay. You also can leverage investment companies that you invest in. When there's a company that has reached a certain level or a certain standard, they can offer to the public the opportunity to invest in them. So they're leveraging you as the investor and your money to help build their company. And at the end of the day, once the company makes profit, then they pay out to their investors. And so they're leveraging you and you're leveraging them. They're leveraging you to generate revenue for their company, and then you're leveraging them to generate revenue for your personal investment portfolio. So it's a win-win situation. So leverage is a very, very good thing. It's a very empowering area to be in, if you will. So if you're still just trading hours for dollars and you're not getting anything above and beyond that, then you're missing out on a lot. So if your company is leveraging you, then you need to leverage them some kind of way. And you can do that by being trained. If you go in with very little or no skill, you leverage them by being trained and taking advantage of their training. That's what our soldiers do. They leverage the government to receive a skill and a training, and at that it's top notch. And then once they give of their time and their service, which I'm very grateful for, then they're able to capitalize or monetize that skill and that training that they did receive, as long as they give back. And then they go out and they generate an income, or they start a business, or they go out and they train others, which is a business as well. So think about it. How are you leveraged as a person? Think of the different ways that you are leveraged. There are ways that you are leveraged that don't necessarily pay dividends. And what I mean by that is, if you're a mother, you're leveraged. Because you have children, and all of them need you, depending on how many you have, either 1 to infinity. Thought that was funny. But you have to have at least one, technically, to be a mother, or an adoptive mother of that sort, or a mother figure. And so the children are leveraging the love, the care, the compassion, and the being provided for from that mother and from the father as well. So parents are leveraged. Children leverage their parents. And then in a relationship, a marriage or business relationship or anything of that sort, that is also an area where leverage is used as well. And so you're leveraging the love, the devotion, the adoration, and the sweetness of your significant other, or of your spouse, if you will. So leverage is happening everywhere and in all types of relationships. So leverage is not just about money. Leverage is not just about time. You can be leveraging someone's emotions as well. So we talked about education, leveraging education, and let me hit on that real quick. Leveraging education. The best example I can give of that is children in school or in college. They are leveraging their teachers or their professors' education that they have already received. And so the teachers and the professors are willingly giving of their skill and their education and their know-how on whatever specific course or department that they're in. And so leverage is all around. Those that are, I see one of my sisters on, KK, thanks for peeking in. For instance, she's a manager at the company that she works for. And so her employees and everybody that she oversees leverages her experience, leverages her tenure, leverages her know-how of her education as well, because she has an education, needed a degree, I'm sure, to do what she's doing. So leverage is everywhere, and it's not a bad thing. It's not an omen, if you will. Leverage is a very good thing. Leverage is a very good thing. Let me see. Look at my other notes. You can also leverage a system. A system. First thing that comes to mind is McDonald's. Ray Kroc was not the original owner of McDonald's. Check out the movie. It's called The Founder. I believe that's the name of it. It's called The Founder. The Ray Kroc movie, the McDonald's movie. Just Google any of that and you'll find it. It's a very good movie to take a look at and also read the book. I had a book right here. It's called Grinding It Out by Ray Kroc. Very good read. And it tells you how, and the whole book, when I think about it, I haven't completed it yet, but I've looked at the movie like 4 or 5 times. So when I think about the book and I think about the movie, all I see is leverage. Ray Kroc leveraged the McDonald brothers system that they had in place. And so it's not a bad thing to utilize what someone else has already put in place, and then you grow it to another level, or you tailor it to fit you for whatever it is that you're doing. So that's another way to leverage. But just make sure that you give credit where credit is due. Give credit where credit is due, okay? So you can leverage a system. That was the way that they cooked the fries. He leveraged that. He didn't change that. It was the way that they cooked the meat. He didn't change that. He did change how the milkshakes were done, where they were using real milk and it took a lot longer to create the shake, and then he went to instant shakes and things like that. So you have to look at the movie. It's a lot in it. And so with that system, he was able to take it to another level. And so from the system that was in place that the McDonald brothers already had, he took it further. And he got into the real estate side of it to say, well, when these investors come in that want to franchise, that could take part of the franchise, then they need somewhere to put the building. And so he was able to buy the land, and so it was like a one-stop shop, or all-in-one package, if you will. And so very, very good story, and it can be some parts in there that make you give you calls for pause, but at the same time, you know, it's still a lot that you can learn from that movie. I actually took notes on the movie. I really did. So give credit to your source. And what leverage also allows for you to do is, if you're a person that is not very creative, or it takes you a minute to come up with an idea or come up with a way of doing something, you can leverage, like Ray Kroc did, somebody else's idea. Make sure you give them credit. I'll say that again. Make sure you give them credit. Leverage someone else's idea and tailor it to meet your specifications, if you will. So that's how you do that. And then once you do that, you can monetize that leverage. And that simply means, good morning, thank you for peeking in. And what that means is positioning it to create an income for you, to generate an income. It's nothing wrong with that. So if you're solely dependent on one source of income, you may want to think about leveraging somebody's time, somebody's effort, somebody's skill, somebody's education, somebody's relationship, i.e. connections with other people. So for every 100 people that you know, those 100 people know a whole nother set of 100 people that you don't know. And so you never know if somebody else's connection can be the connection that you need to take you to the next level. So don't be afraid of leverage. Don't look at it from a negative standpoint. Look at it as a way for you to get to wherever it is that you are desiring to go, where you're desiring to get to. And so that means you got to meet people. That means you have to talk to people. and I'm smiling because I'm talking to myself. Okay. I'm talking to myself when I say that, more so than I'm talking to you guys out there. So whether you're seeing this now live, or you'll see this later this afternoon, or later this evening, or maybe tomorrow, next week, or next month, or next year, or 10 years from now, but trust me, I'm talking to myself. Okay, when I say that, when I make that point, you have to get out and you have to meet people to even begin the leverage process. You can leverage other people's ideas and you don't know them. So, i.e., social media platform. So you can watch somebody, you can follow somebody, you can receive notifications when somebody is going live or things of that nature. And you'd be like, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to use that. That's leverage. That's leverage. And somewhere along your success journey, let that person know, even though they may not know you from the man on the moon. But I'm sure if somebody came to you and said, you know what, 10 years ago, you said A, B, C, D, and it made all the difference in my business, or it made all the difference in my relationship, or it made all the difference in my mindset, or it made all the difference in how I handled my money, or it made all the difference in how I handled my children, that will bless your spirit. That will bless your spirit. So don't be afraid to share what you know with other people. Some people will not come back and say thank you. But for every 9 that don't, there is one that will. There is one that will. Okay? So we're coming to the end of our time, and I have hit all of my points. So I am so thankful and I'm grateful that you guys have peeked in and have hung in there with me, for those of you who have. So leverage is a very good tool. It is very empowering. It can get you to the next level of whatever it is that you are striving for. It can help you reach your dreams. It can help you reach your goals. It can help you acquire whatever it is, a status that you're striving for. Leverage is a good thing. But I will say this: leverage a system when you can. Leverage a system along with people, efforts, money, relationships, skills, time. Leverage a system. Leverage a system. Because the system is already in place. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to create the product. You don't have to create the service. It's already there for you. All you have to do is plug yourself in. And that's where Project Infinity 5000 comes into play. It's a system. You just plug in, follow the system, be coachable, and stay connected. Stay connected. And then at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for the company. First of all, it's a win-win for you, because whatever it is that you want to acquire with plugging into that system, it's going to come if you stay plugged in, if you follow the system, if you put the work in, if you stay connected. The person that introduced you to it that's a win. For the company, it's a win. For your family, it's a win. For your grandchildren, it's a win. For your legacy, it's a win. For generations to come, it's a win. So it's a win all the way across the board. Plug into a system. That's all I have for now. That's all I have for now. Remember, please like my page if you have found value on it in this live feed. Check out my other feeds. They are on my page as well, and they're also on my YouTube channel at Empowerment Advocate. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Only if you find value in it, and then share it with your family and friends as well. And again, this episode of the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment has been brought to you by Project Infinity 5000, where we are looking for 5,000. We're building a network of 5,000 plus business partners across the U.S. with the mission of helping 250,000 plus families build financial legacies for generations to come. All right. So, and then that entails showing them how to increase their cash flow, minimize their taxes, eliminate their debt, and have adequate savings, becoming a savvy investor, learning how to invest wholesale and not retail, and plugging themselves into a business system that will generate additional income for them and their families, and that will put a little gasoline on whatever your financial goals are. So in a nutshell, that's what that is. I am done. This has been episode 14 of the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment. So this is Ro-Lunda Jackson, the Empowerment Advocate, encouraging you to capture your vision, step into your purpose, walk in your greatness, and embrace your destiny. And until next time, you have a blessed day, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in for our show on today. If you found value in today's empowerment moment, please like our page and share this video. Join us again next Wednesday, same place, same time. Bye-bye for now.